Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nanya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I am going to say a very big shout out to Walt Gardner and the amazing brother who also spoke on this video because he actually dissected everything well. And I am going to say this one thing you all should know is that anything that got to do with Black people does not matter, but anything that got to do with other people matters, right? Other felonies are bad, but their own felony is great. That one is the greatest, right? So judiciary system, one for these people and one for people that look like me. Great. Now I am going to say this with everything that happened at the inauguration and how the whole thing is like the media is also about to be censored and moved, especially when it comes to Black people, because there is nothing that it doesn't turn out great. Why? Because they do not want you to be heard. But it's fine. I am saying this. Black people, it is time for us to do our own thing. That is bringing our community together. There is no how we can bring the whole community together. What am I saying by bringing community together? That your tiny community, let's make the best out of it. The younger ones do not get key. If there is anything you can bring people on board, bring people on board. When we all are flourishing, when we all are doing well, trust me, there won't be time for anybody to go around looking for somebody to talk to. Everybody is busy. Everybody is busy. Let's uplift our own. Let's get into this.
Gulf of Mexico. That's where we're going to start this video. Gulf of Mexico now. Gulf of Mexico back then. Gulf of Mexico forever. That's how we're going to start. When I make these kinds of videos, I try not to sound extreme or fearmonger, but I also feel like I'm not doing my due diligence if I don't speak on what I saw today. I watched the inauguration today, and I genuinely don't understand how people clap for that and call themselves Americans. We'll start off with the oath. In real time, we watched a man who took the oath in 2016, broke that oath, point blank period, in your face with a spotlight on it, broke that oath. And somehow he stood before us today and took that same oath as if he meant a single word of it. So when the rest of the world looks at the American government and American politics and laughs and giggles and has no respect for it, that's why. Because we make these people take these oaths. And when they not only break the oath, but break the law, we give them a pass. The rioters on January 6th broke the law. They will drag the BLM protesters through the mud until the day that Jesus comes back. But you mean to tell me he's going to pardon the people that rioted on January 6th because it was in his name? The American government is a joke. They give you a set of rules, and then when those set of rules doesn't benefit the outcome they want or their narrative or their schedule, they change it and undermine it entirely in your face. Felons can't even vote, let alone be the actual president. A felon. And there are people to this day that says, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? He didn't even break the law. He broke the law. He's known for not paying people. He's known for tax evasion. And y'all know these things. And you'll hold everybody else to this standard. And then when it's your own president, you change the rules entirely. Why the fuck were those billionaires there? I know people say that this is the forming of an oligarchy and American democracy is dead. I don't see how the fuck we beat it. This is an oligarchy. Fuck a formation. It's formed. And these aren't stupid people that got lucky. These are intelligent, calculated people with a lot of power and a shit ton of money. The oligarchy is here. At the inauguration today, right next to the president of the United States was a row of billionaires. Some of those billionaires control a large stream of the flow of information. Do you understand how dangerous that is? So when there's protests against the administration that is in control now and the bullshit that they do, it might not even reach the news. The voices might not even be heard. When they do some fucked up unconstitutional shit and you go to social media or the news outlets to check it, it probably won't even be there. Do you know what that sounds like? Does that not sound like a lot? Russia? Does that not sound a lot like fucking Russia in your own country on American soil? I hope that people are intelligent enough to see it for what it is. It is an oligarchy that will strip away your American rights. But while they do that, they will tell you that they are saving them. He signed an executive order today to save freedom of speech, as if I can't already sit here and say, fuck Donald Trump, with no consequences. Fuck him and his whole administration of hypocrites. But today he had to sign an executive order to save freedom of speech. To me, that sounds like he wants to empower the people who have this hatred in their heart and they now feel so bold to spew that hatred. To me, it sounds like they can go outside and call me the N-word and racial slurs and nothing happened because he just signed an executive order for freedom of speech. Is that what we're getting into? The looming threat of him giving immunity to police officers is a nightmare I have every single night. Do you understand what that's like as a black man? They will hunt us down if they know that they have immunity no matter what. They will hunt us down, point blank, period. I cannot believe we sat there and watched a man who tried to overturn a free and fair election in 2020 and undermine the entire federal government, spew lie after lie after lie, call name after name after name, and show one of the most shit characters we have ever seen in human history. We let him stand in front of us again and take an oath that he has already broken, and people stood up and clapped for it. He sat up there and condemned Joe for all of the preemptive pardons that Joe gave so that he can't go and prosecute the motherfuckers that held him accountable for his actions. And people stood up there and clapped for him as if he isn't a criminal himself. This is a very sad and dark day for a democracy, and it makes the entire country look like a fucking laughingstock. Not just because Trump is back in power, but because people are clapping for it. When you continue to struggle, I'm talking to MAGA, when those grocery prices aren't what y'all have been cheering for, I want to hear your side of the story then. We're going to do the same thing y'all did. Whether it's Trump's fault or not, everything bad that's going on in my life, I'm going to blame it on the current presidency, just like y'all did when Biden was in office. Do you see where that gets us? Nowhere. We just got pulled. He doesn't believe in climate change. He doesn't believe in climate change or fucking science. He's saying drill, baby, drill, run that oil, produce that energy, fuck the environmental impact. So when the air quality is dog shit, or when you have 125-degree summers, I don't want to hear what's going on. You're going on. That's what's happening. I don't always like getting on here and ranting and going over how serious this can be, but we're in an oligarchy. The trickle-down method is bullshit. They're sitting here talking about pulling America out of all these programs, these global programs and stuff, because we're wasting so much money and we need the money to reinvest in this shit. How about all the money that these individuals have, the fucking billionaires sitting right next to you? How about get the supposed money that you're missing from them? No, you give them tax cuts, increase our tax cuts, and then act like the government's just wasting money left and right. So you got to cut all these programs because you need the money. Tax them. They literally got $20 billion each, minimum. And you're tripling what they make and then looking at us telling us that the government is wasting money left and right and there needs to be a department of government efficiency. Who the fuck voted for Elon Musk? MAGA sat there the whole time and said, why does Kamala get to run? Who voted for Kamala? That's breaking the rules. They can't just, who the fuck voted for Elon Musk to do shit? Where was his process? This is why we can't stand y'all. We cut ties with y'all. We don't invite y'all to our outings. We don't want anything to do for y'all because the same standards you hold everybody else to, you don't hold them to it. And then you run from fucking explaining yourself. You're a child. You're not an American if you watch somebody who has broken the oath somehow take it a second time and you clap. We have to fight this. I don't know how. I don't know how. If they get a hold of the military and then the legislative branch, they got the House and the Senate, the Supreme Court, the tech billionaires, the flow of information. I don't know how we fucking stop it, but I'm not going to sit here, watch American democracy crumple in front of me and see the federal government spew lie after lie after lie after lie repeatedly and then get on this app and say, oh, did y'all see the inauguration? Look at how fucked up that is. Did you see the sign that Elon Musk threw up in the air? Look how crazy that is. What are we going to do? Everybody knows what it's going to come down to. Nobody's just bold enough to say it on the internet.
Good morning, Black people. Got your coffee? I got mine. So, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Today is a bit of a bittersweet day. You know, I was driving down the street and I thought to myself, today is the day that our community celebrates this man who has been such a champion for our community. And then on over the way, you got this other thing that will be taking place later on today that reminds us that the more things change, the more things stay the same. All these years later, and they are still playing in our face. Today of all days. And then I was headed back home. And there is this house not too far from mine where this very racist man lives. And for years, I mean years, since this man was first in office, even way back then, this man had all of this paraphernalia up, and you know, and things that signaled to Black people that, you know, we know means that this person is really racist, you know. And when I passed his house, I noticed something different today. On the King holiday, somebody went up to that man's house and ripped all that shit down. And it was in the street because I saw it when my truck was getting, and I said, that looked like one of those flags. And I'm looking and I see more stuff and it's all in the middle of the street. And I looked at the house real quick and I was like, yeah, that's his stuff. And the joy I felt in my heart as I rolled over that shit and then stopped and put my truck in reverse and rolled back over that shit. Then I threw it back in drive and rolled back over that shit. And then I threw it in reverse and rolled back over that shit while listening to Beyonce Freedom. When I tell you I had a moment, I had a moment. It was a beautiful moment. And because I had that moment, I can give you all this moment. I didn't listen to one of King's speeches today. I opted to listen to a speech by John Lewis, and it reminded me that today is a good day to get into good trouble. Get into good trouble, Black people. Hold on to one another, build community. Yeah, the village ain't what it used to be, but neither is family. And that ain't stopped us from building our family the way we want. We can build our community the way we want. It's the same thing. We can build the village the way we want. We can find other like-minded Black people. We can hold on to them. We can support them while they support us. We can raise our kids to strive for better. We can accommodate other Black people. We can share. We cannot gatekeep. We have to stop doing that to one another. We will gatekeep resources from other Black people, but we will not gatekeep the culture from the vulture. And that just don't make no sense to me. Whenever you are able, love Black people. I know ain't all kinfolk. But there are a lot of Black people out there who want the same thing for Black people that you do. Find them. Build a community. Sometimes these lost Black people, all they really need is the example, because they ain't never seen one be set for them. Sometimes when you just can't find the answer, it's up to us to just be the answer. And we have to stop being afraid, too busy, too self-centered, too selfish to do that work, because it benefits us and everybody around us. Our kids, our grandkids, our cousins. Be Black. Be proud. Help each other. Celebrate this holiday doing one nice thing for somebody that looks like you. Preferably somebody that's having a moment right now. A hard moment. Fight hate with love today. That's all I want to say. Y'all have a good one.
This is all I got from this video, and I am going to say a very big shout out to the Black content creators. Will Gardiner, thank you so much for the beautiful message. And I am also going to back up what she said. I've been preaching this all this while, and that is something that I am very passionate about. Seeing my own people win, seeing people that look like me win, seeing younger people that are like me win. There is no need gatekeeping anything for us. Nothing. Most of my friends, when I started my first YouTube, this is not my first YouTube. My first YouTube was, I started with a music reaction. I started with lifestyle, then music reaction, right? And I tried so hard to bring in people into what I do, especially if it is something that I'm very passionate about, right? There is no need as a Black person gatekeeping what we can share among us. It doesn't make any sense. You know one thing I want? I want everybody to win. I want it to win. I want me to win. Right? And it doesn't make any sense bringing in every other person. We are so quick. When I say so quick, very, very quick to support other people. I am not saying we are not supporting ourselves, but Black people, if I count the people Black people have elevated that are not Black, you are not going to be shocked, because you all know that. Black people are star makers. They make stars, and they can take that stars from you. You all know that. Can we channel that energy into our own community instead of tearing one another apart? Let's bring one another closer. Let's elevate one another. Let's uplift one another. Encourage one another. Let's see how things go. Like I said, it's going to be a very tough 4 years, because you all can see some certain things that were signed as at yesterday after the inauguration. You all could see that, even reproductive organ, reproductive care and all that. And also the bill that, what's his name, Joe Biden signed before leaving the office also, he tampered with it yesterday. Prescriptions, drugs, a lot is going to happen. But you know what? What are we doing as a community? I am not going to focus on the things that is, I don't want to focus on the things that is going on and what happened at the inauguration and the sign the other man threw and all the people that lined up, the people that control the media, they all lined up. Did I even tell you that some certain things has been censored? I have so many things to talk about, but I don't want to talk about them right now. I want us, because I want us to have something, especially people that younger ones like me. I want us to have plan B, plan C. Why? Because it is very vital. It is very much needed. What more can we do as a community, aside from looking for a way to help one another, aside from looking for a way to get people to know some certain things, aside from looking for a way to make ourselves our own celebrities, because we are so quick to have other people as role models, but our own that are around us, we don't care about them. We do not give them that platform. We should share that platform. The ones that were given platform, the Jewish, the white, and all of them that grew up black platform, Fat Joe, and where are they? What are they doing for you? What are they? Even I know the ones too. I won't lie to you. It is okay for the one that is from us, right? Betray me. I will swallow it. It's fine because it is us. I will continue, move on. It's just like what Nelly, Rick Ross, and the rest of them did. Why I am so mad is because I do not see that money coming back to Black community. It got me upset. But peradventure in the end, they are still going to get the whatever that come like it, because this will not be the end of whatever they did. They will still see the outcome, the results of what they did. It will affect them financially and the rest of it. But we'll still not, in the end, they are still ours. We will get angry, and at some point we will calm down. That is how it is. No matter how angry you get, you will eventually calm down. But for other people, you are going to get angry and probably say, I don't want to support or this or that. Or it's enough. Enough is enough. I am going. So let's use our own. Let's use them as our role models. Our role models are not the one, not all really like role models, people you support too. But also, let's make sure we did give the right people the platform, because there are some people that do not need it. So we don't have to give them the platform. The ones that need it, let's uplift them. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I hope this makes sense, and I really hope my people keep kicking, because from the things that I am saying, I see everything. The news, I see all of it. Today is just the second. Inauguration was yesterday. Today is the second day. I don't know what is going to happen, but I hope we continue to kick. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.